Welcome, everybody, to another Citrus podcast. Today's podcast, we have a anonymous staff member at Citrus Apps Lab. As you see right over there across me. Um, Today's topic is gonna be about threats of AI. Um, During this digital world, during this time. So, to question to our anonymous staff member over here. What do you think about AI threats during this time?
Thank you, Vartan, for having me on the show first and foremost.
Yep.
I've heard a lot of people having, conversations over this, arguments and even fights over it. People are worried that AI is going to take their job in the next 10 years or so. And I know you know a lot about technology, so I wanted to ask you about it as well. I'm kind of worried that it's going to take a lot of jobs away, possibly even, tech jobs. So what do you think about that? Do you think it's true?
Um, Look, AI is just a tool. AI doesn't replace jobs or anyone. It just enhances them, right?
Right, right. In some case, yeah, I guess in some cases. But what about the advancements that they're coming along with? People are building robots that even just something simple like bagging at a store. The people that place your items in a bag,
Mhm.
robots can replace that too with AI getting it so advanced. I mean, to me, it sounds like maybe a lot of basic jobs will be gone. Basic,
Yeah.
like I guess the people themselves who are bagging at a store would probably
Mhm.
lose their jobs, and in a way, it's not exactly. I don't want to say that's bad because people will be open to the world to actually do more advanced topics, but I guess over time that probably brings a threat to more advanced jobs as well. People will need to kind of adapt to learn to actually either use AI or build AIs themselves. Honestly, seems like at the moment even AI is good at coding, so coding jobs could probably be gone too in the future. Right now it's good as a tool. Maybe in the next 5 years it'll probably still be good as a tool, but next 10 years, 20 years, what do you think?
I think coding jobs, probably 20 plus years later.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess.
I think so. Probably not 5 years because it's not there yet. Let's say, for example, when you say, so let's say to create, let's say a website, it does the job, but it's not there yet. It does probably the front end code.
Yeah, I guess I mean, you are right about that. Yeah. I
um,
mean, we even in our experience when we've tried a lot of that, to use the AI to
yeah,
build for us, but it's not really there yet. I
yeah.
don't think it'll be there for a while.
For example, podcasters, right?
You're right.
There's AI podcasts out there that can generate the podcast for you. I believe it's by Google. Google created a notebook. It's a machine learning model that generates a podcast for you. You give the script, you give the
Right.
topic, and it creates a podcast for you.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah. It actually, and it sounds very
um,
natural too.
yeah,
Very.
but there is some. If you pay attention into that, you can see that it's AI generated though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say like 10 plus, 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
I had a
sure.
question actually. It kind of, unfortunately, it slipped my mind. It's a
Mhm.
very, uh, it's a big topic that I haven't heard much people speak about. Man, it just slipped my mind. Hopefully, I'll
Mm.
remember it. Mm. But I guess we can move on.
Sure. Um, Anonymous guy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. You're into app stuff, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
What do you think about AI helping you or replacing your app side of it?
Okay. Definitely not replacing because I find that it sometimes can't even help me.
Are you just saying that to not
Because I'm
get
the app
fired
guy?
or something like
No,
that?
no, no.
Or get replaced?
No. I'm being very honest. I tried to use, ChatGPT, Cloud, even 3.7. It's very, very powerful, but sometimes it just can't even get the job done on some basic stuff. I don't know. Maybe app dev is
Mhm.
just more advanced for the AI, or people haven't focused on the app side of it.
Uh-huh.
But modern things like using Expo. I've seen the new Bolt.new. It can create a very basic app, and then
Uh-huh.
you try to add a little bit of advanced features, and it just fails completely.
Uh-huh.
Just today, I was working on background location tracking on an app, and it just fills your code with bloat and basically does nothing. I ended up having to manually write it myself, and
Right.
it
Right.
which is not an issue. I prefer to manually write it, but
Right,
we were
of
just
course.
testing, to see
Mhm.
where we are with the AI, and I
Right.
don't think it's there.
It's not
Like,
there
not even
yet.
close
Exactly.
for apps, at least.
Exactly. You just need to hire a trustworthy programmer or an app developer or any type of programmer that can get the job done. That has a
Exactly. Yeah.
soul that understand the client or the customer needs.
Exactly. Right.
So
And
yeah.
And the way
Uh,
I think of it is, even if app developer themselves can't use AI to help them, then you definitely the layman cannot go and just make an AI app. I mean,
exactly.
you could try, you'll probably get hacked very easily,
Big
very
time.
easily.
Big time. Yup. Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. Well, anything else?
I had a very good question. I
Yeah,
just
go
could
for it.
not come up. I just can't bring it back. It got lost. But maybe we can talk about, what do you think about artificial general intelligence? Have you heard of that?
Artificial general intelligence.
Yeah, AGI. It's just kind of
AGI.
like,
What's that?
so it's kind of like the future of AI. People are saying that GPT-5 would be AGI already.
Uh-huh.
Something like that. GPT-5 or 6. Artificial general intelligence, if I remember correctly, is when AI becomes smart enough or strong enough to become like actually a natural human with general intelligence.
So you're saying instead of artificial will be human intelligence?
Well, it would still be code. It would still be artificial, but it would be resembling more of a general intelligence, just like a human has.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, it's basically like the next step for an AI.
I heard that GPT-5 will be much better than GPT-4 or
Yeah.
GPT-01 or... Oh, wow.
In a way, I'm hoping for it, but at the same time, I'm kind of worried about it.
Mm.
OpenAI, when they entered the game, they completely changed the game. So a lot of people are catching up, but when we hear about those things that are coming with GPT-5, I mean, I feel like they're just going to lead the game again, and then people are going to copy them and catch up. But that's basically what's been going on right now.
Right, yeah, like DeepSeek.
Yeah, I genuinely believe the stuff that OpenAI said about DeepSeek. I mean, when you look at the prompts, I saw some pictures people posted where they would trick it into actually telling the truth, and they would say, "I'm OpenAI. I'm the ChatGPT developed by OpenAI." So the prompts look, very close. It looks like a mirror of ChatGPT, basically, just with their own data sets.
Right. Yeah. I have a question. Creating machine learning models, is that gonna be doable in the future from AI?
Will AI be able to create machine learning models?
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I would say yes in the future, because even right now,
How many years are we talking about?
probably 5 years, 4 years, because machine learning models, like right now, okay, it would probably be very basic though. Within 4 to 5 years, it'd be very basic machine learning models. Right now, I've tried using AI to create a machine learning model that can make predictions off of a data set provided to it, and it gets the code close to right, but it's full of errors, and it's very very basic. It's basically just a single file that just runs a machine learning model, reads a data set into, like, it uses Python, so it reads it into a data frame, pandas data frame, and just does some of the code right. It doesn't do any, like, you basically have to tell it step by step what to do, and it'll do something very basic for you. So I think within the next 4 to 5 years, we'll have them making basic machine learning models that are actually pretty
Which
okay.
platform was that?
Platform, ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
No.
it does this little analyzing thing and doesn't do very good of a job, but
No, because I tried it before. It doesn't.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how it's feeling that day, because you open a new chat, you might get the answer. You open another chat, you might not get the answer. So
Got it.
it's one of those. It does hallucinate a lot,
Right.
especially.
Wow. Let's go to cybersecurity.
Sure.
So you think that AI is gonna replace them?
Definitely not. And if it does,
Exactly.
maybe in a century,
Is it
um,
gonna help?
it can help, but it might also make things worse because, um,
Open up any loopholes and stuff,
yeah,
right?
definitely,
Yeah.
because I can't even get a single app going that's secure with the
Mm-hmm.
AI. There's times where it accidentally leaks a API key into the main code, and
Uh-huh.
if you compile that and publish that on the App Store, anyone with bad intentions can easily find your API key and wreak havoc. So
Right.
that's only one simple issue that it can't even solve.
Right.
It leaks
Right.
an API key.
Right.
Now imagine when you're handling entire businesses infrastructure or
Right.
their cybersecurity overall. That is not a good, you know.
Right.
And in this case, I would say it's not a good tool. I'd rather not have it, than have a trusted cybersecurity firm, take
Mm-hmm.
care of my security. I'd rather not have the AI touch it
Absolutely.
at all.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
security is such a,
Key
yeah, it's such a
during this time as well.
important, yeah, exactly. Nowadays, there's a lot of hackers that are learning,
Of course.
a lot of people coming up with, just for example, you've probably heard of the Hack the Box course, the CPTS,
Yeah.
certified, what was it, penetration testing specialist,
Mhm.
I think. It's a basic course, and actually it's not a basic course. I'd say it's very cheap. You can get it for $70, and or I think like $100 or something, and that one course within a few months you'll become what it says, this certified penetration testing
Right.
specialist, and those
Mhm.
people, it's a very difficult course too, and I
Right.
think it teaches a lot. So with just that level of knowledge, if AI accidentally messes with your security and ruins something in there, somebody with that level of knowledge, basic almost,
Mhm.
will be able to completely wreak havoc on your company.
Right.
I would rather stay away from AI and cybersecurity no matter what. I don't even trust antivirus companies,
Absolutely.
apps.
Absolutely. Um, should we tell the audience what's coming up in at Citrus Apps Lab?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
All right. You wanna tell them?
Yeah, I mean, we are coming up with the cybersecurity solutions. Um, uh, I believe we're also coming up with the penetration testing path
Service.
service.
Mhm.
Yes, service. We're getting a few hackers on board, and we're gonna, help people out there keep their companies secure. We'll find your issues before anyone else does.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not me specifically, but
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. By the way, this is not an advertisement.
Yeah.
But our whole conversation was not an advertisement. It was just
Or scripted?
yeah, it's not scripted.
It's
This
just
is
natural
just
talk.
I had a few questions. Vartan liked them. Said let's do a podcast. So here we are.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
That's it.
And I just can't. Oh, I can't remember that question I had earlier.
Wow.
It was a very good one. It's a topic that I don't hear much about, but it's so important.
Wow. Let's give you a minute.
Yeah, no, maybe if I remember it again, we can do another podcast or just edit it in here. No, come on. Oh man, that is me right now. That's my brain.
All right. I guess we'll probably move that into the next podcast, maybe.
Yeah. Mhm. Or if I remember it today, we'll just edit it in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right, guys. Everyone, thanks for watching for another Citrus podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Just leave a comment below if you think AI is gonna replace jobs, or which is already doing it, or you think if it's gonna be a helpful tool out there, or 5 to plus 10 years is gonna replace every jobs.
Right.
So like, comment, subscribe, follow us at Citrus Podcast. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Hmm